Welcome. Today we're going to be discussing dance of death and some of the ways in which you can relate it to other techniques in the American Kenpo system. Now keep in mind that this is not designed to be a full comprehensive list or family groupings for that matter, but rather different avenues in which you can take to explore and understand the American Kenpo system a little bit better. So let's start out with a relationship that most people know or use, which is the mother-father concept. Keep in mind that this is not family grouping, although sometimes people mistake the two, but this is a mother-father concept. So the way we're going to do that is through the same attack with the same response. This is what will give us our mother move. So in this case, a step to the right punch with a left inward block from a left neutral bow. So this is our mother move. So now let's talk about the father move. That's what's happening with the right hand. In this case, our right hand's hanging low by our leg. So this is where we pick up Dance of Death, Thundering Hammers, and Sleeper. So if you notice, what we changed here were the heights. We went from low, middle, and high, and typically this is done based on their left hand of what they're doing with that hand. But just like we can change the heights on what we're doing, we can change the heights on how we start. So same mother move, now we're going to change the father to having the hand chambered, and instead of being low, it's now in the middle. This would pick up something like attacking mace, or something like a flashing wings. But just like we went from low to middle, we can now go to the high zone, which means we could do something like a flashing mace, where we start with the hand up. So now that we related it through the mother-father concept, let's move this on to something different. In this case, what we can do to the opponent once they're on the ground. So if we take a look at Dance of Death, we start out by taking the opponent down to their back, and then taking advantage of them in the ideal phase, as it is known now. But keep in mind, originally, the extension was part of the ideal phase, which introduced the concept that if we have an opponent on their back, we have to start canceling zones so that we don't have to deal with their extremities. But a better way to do that would be to roll them, because this gives them limited mobility with their extremities so that we can then take advantage of their back. So is this the only way we can do that? Well, no. If we take a look at something like squatting sacrifice, we're doing the same concept, but now they're behind us. So we got to do it much quicker. So instead of dealing with them while they're on their back, we immediately flip them over so we can take advantage of their back while they're face down on the floor. So is that the only way we can do that? Well, no. If we go back to Sleeper, which was one of the techniques we related earlier, if you notice, we can take them down on their back and keep them on their back. And again, because they're on their back, we have to start controlling zones. So in this case, we do it via the leg on the arm and our knee under hip. So this is when we control them so we can take advantage of them. So now let's look at something like Falling Falcon, where we're doing the same concept, where they're on their back, but we're going to be controlling the zones, again, via locking up the arm with both the hand and the foot, and again with the knee or even the leg. But is this the only way we can do that? Well, no. Remember, we want them on their belly. So the better ways to do this would be to take them immediately to the belly by doing something like Leap of Death, where we immediately throw them face down and then take advantage of their back. Or we could even do something like a Dominating Circles, where again, the idea is to start getting them to turn and take them onto their belly so we can take advantage of their back. So the ways in which we just related Dance of Death to other techniques was with the options or the different things we can do while the opponent is on the ground and through the mother-father concept. We hope this video helps you understand the American Kenpo system a little bit better. Thank you very much.